What's up, you guys? It's your boy, Boethius, and I came across this video of Andrew Yang being insane. Let me just start it and you'll see for yourself.
And who is going to be the boogeyman of the next 10 to 20 years? Who's going to be the great rival to the United States in the eyes of American society? China, that's right. And so, what do you think the attitude is going to be over time for the shrinking, insecure white majority that's losing their jobs for, let's say, Chinese Americans or Asian Americans? I personally, I said to a group at Harvard, I think we're one generation away from falling into the same camps as the Jews who were attacked in a synagogue in Pittsburgh.
This is where the thinking of poverty causes crime leads to. You think that if people don't have money, if they don't have jobs, if they don't have, whatever, they're just immediately going to go into crime. Not having money and not having a job does lead to problems, but crime isn't just a automatic type of thing that comes from, losing your job. So let's continue here, and then I'll give more commentary.
Just a couple months ago. It's like we're probably one generation away from Americans shooting up a bunch of Asians saying, damn the Chinese because there's a giant Cold War or even.
We're one generation away from Americans shooting up a bunch of Chinese. So I want to make sure I heard that right.
It's like we're probably one generation away from Americans shooting up a bunch of Asians saying, damn the Chinese because.
Yes, we're one generation away from a bunch of Americans shooting up Asians. So even if you look at American history in the 80s, Japanese were dominating the auto industry and beating America. There was no shooting up of Japanese Americans. All this does is serve to, divide people and make us, hate each other. This does no good. It doesn't add anything to the conversation. And it's so just... It's amazing because Trump gets called out for saying wild things or his tweets and everything. But how is this any better? Trump's tweets are mild compared to this. He's saying that Americans, white people, and it's funny that he, in his mind, associates those two things. He just switches back and forth between white people and Americans. Just because you're white doesn't mean you're American, and just because you're American doesn't mean that you're white.